Day after tomorrow.
गाइस आज मेरी हल्दी है और कल संगीत. प्लीज खाना खाने आ जाना.
सब कुछ रेडी है, बस दूल्हा ही नहीं है दोस्तों. जो देख रहा है वो पहुंच जाए जोड़े में.
कभी कभी लगता है कि यार ये सारा रोमांस मैंने फिल्मों में एक्सपीरियंस करना है क्या, रियल लाइफ के लिए भी कुछ करना है.
अरे आशिक बनाया गया एंड जैसे ही आया आशिक बनाया, हमने पूरा एक किया है कोरियो और फिर एंड में नीचे गया वहाँ से नीज पे मैं और फिर वो लड़की ऐसी मतलब वो लिटरली खड़ी थी ऐसे और शी जस्ट लिटरली वॉकड ऑफ. कॉल्ड
You called me a grandmother.
Really? Yeah, because I loved my grandmother. Yeah, she's my favorite person. I think.
No, but that's how you are, no?
Yeah, I guess.
And also the
I wanted to just
actors.
come back home and give all the happiness to my family and my friends rather than actually.
जो silence हो ना, जो आपको bother ना करे, that time you should just go for it.
Yeah.
मतलब वो चुप ही रहे. मैं अब आंसर नहीं करना इसके बाद.
This also was an arranged marriage setup. You met the parents before
Oh my god, yeah.
It's a subconscious thing, you know. You just it's so crazy that's how I looked at it.
Hi, this is Farzeen and welcome to India Today. I have with me the team of Do Deewane Seher Mein. Firstly, the chemistry that you guys have on screen and off screen is so palpable. I mean, I just love how you guys are promoting the film. How was the friendship like? How did it all build? Like, was it natural from day one, or did you guys take your own time to become friends?
I think it was from day one. We were just honest. Like if we like something, we would tell each other. If we didn't like something, that also we would. In fact, I remember like complaining about small things, and I was like, "ये क्यों नहीं हो रहा, वो क्यों नहीं हो रहा?" And he's like, "तो relax कर, chill मार." And I was like, "Oh my God, I need to relax in life more often." so I think we both have just like I especially have become more relaxed and calm because I would take things so seriously and be so hard on myself. But now let's just also have fun.
Yeah, I think I saw an interview where you mentioned how we called you a grandmother.
Yeah.
Called you my
You called me a grandmother.
Really? Yeah, because I loved my grandmother. Yeah, she's my favorite person, so I know nothing.
मैं क्योंकि philosophical lecture देती रहती हूँ ना ये.
No, she's
like an old
I'll
soul.
tell you the reason.
I'm nurturing.
Yeah, she's very nurturing. She's very caring, and she's very honest. She will tell me exactly what it is, like how it is. No sugar coating.
No filters.
So that honesty was the basis of our, I think, kicking off our camaraderie.
Amazing.
Imagine I want to share my food with him, but the best thing is he's vegetarian.
Yeah, you should always be friends with vegetarians.
I swear to God, that's like the biggest blessing in the world.
Green flag.
Green forest.
That's
Ravi,
what we eat.
Yeah, Ravi, for you it's so interesting. Like after Mom and Yudra, you going all light with this film. How did that shift happen, and when did you decide that you wanted to tell this story?
Emotionally, you know, when you go through certain kind of films, like you invest so much. Like for actors, the minute shooting days are over, they move on. For directors, it just goes on. Like there's so much still there.
We are not moving on, sir.
No, in the sense, what I'm saying, when you finish your project, you get to switch off. In our case, it's not a switch off, it's dialing up. So it's emotionally, you go through all that. So organically, like, you want to reset, you want to recalibrate your emotions. So right after Yudra, I always felt that I want to make a film between two people.
Yeah.
I don't want to get fancy. And in my mind, I always thought, I'm going to shoot everything live. So this movie shot all location, no sets, all shot in a real location within the confined area, within the available light, trying to still create a poetry and visual drama. And that's a challenge. It's not easy, you know, it's so tough. Like you need a great team to come together. And emotionally, I felt I had to tell a story. Just make it lighter and show that, yeah, you can tell stories just between two people.
True.
Simple words, you know, simple conversation. And to me, that was important. So it just happened organically.
Yeah.
And I met Sanjay sir and he said, you have to hear the story. Something, you know, made him like, so that's when he called, he said, you have to come and hear the story. And Abhijit Chand had written it, she'd written it so beautifully. So I remember first time when I heard it, I said, yeah, I've been waiting for that. So, you know, it happens, you manifest it and you want it emotionally and you're just there and you're like, oh, this is that story. Let me just explore this, you know, love story in a way that I've not done that before. So it was really nice.
Right. And it's so right because it's actually real people. You know that this could be you, me, or somebody.
Anyone
just
else.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
Tell me about your own experience of doing this film and how it kind of changed way you look at love, you look at relationship. Has that happened?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I've really evolved through this film, and I've been saying this in all my press junket that Do Deewane Seher Mein is a film that made me fall in love with myself, and that was extremely important. But I have even I've fallen crazily when it comes to these two characters in this movie. That is the Badal Garajna or Barish. I think it's such an integral part of our lives. जब बारिश का मौसम होता है, everyone feels so romantic, and even in the film, Mumbai, the city plays such an important character. I've fallen in love with the city all over again. Like, I don't know if it was not Mumbai, I don't imagine, I can't even think living in some other city. और ऐसे शहर में ऐसी कहानियाँ, ऐसे दीवाने, नॉट जस्ट इन मुंबई बट दिल्ली हो, अमृतसर हो, चंडीगढ़ हो, या चेन्नई हो, या हैदराबाद हो, या देश इंडिया के बाहर हो, ऐसे दो इम्परफेक्ट लोगों की ये कहानी है. जब वो मिलते हैं तो उनको मोहब्बत हो जाती है अपने आप से, लाइफ से, हर चीज़ें आसपास जो आपके इर्द गिर्द हो. I am just so blessed to be choosing films to be able to have opportunities like this, क्योंकि I think when it comes to a graph of an actor, it's short. अगर आप बड़ी फिल्में, मतलब if you do like a commercial film, it's a short like thing. There are very less movies like Do Deewane Seher Mein जहाँ पे you get to play characters which has so many layers, and I think like you said, it's not just Roshni's कहानी, but it can be Preeti, Priya, नेहा एंड पूजा, ये सबकी कहानी है. सबके घर में ये चल रहा है कि शादी कर लो यार, सेटल हो जाओ. पर करने के लिए तो करनी नहीं है शादी, कोई अच्छा इंसान मिले तभी शादी करूँगी. सो ये सारी जो चीज़ें हैं, इट्स लाइक अ स्लाइस ऑफ लाइफ, एंड जो फ्लेवर है, जो तड़का है, वो है प्यार का तड़का. सो हाउ दीज टू पीपल दे राइज इन लव, and how Do Deewane Seher Mein and Ravi Udyawar sir and Bansali sir has made me fall in love with myself. I will forever be grateful to them.
Amazing. And Siddhant, tell me, I mean, while growing up, cinema plays such an important part in our lives, and especially the way we look at love. I think it has schooled our thought about how relationship and love happens. What was that one moment where you were like कि यार ये सिर्फ फिल्मों में होता है, real life में तो ये सब नहीं होता है?
फिल्मों में होता है. हाँ यार, मैं बहुत बचपन से, मुझे डांसिंग का बहुत ज़्यादा शौक था. तो मैं था कि यार फिल्मों में देखा था कि जब कोई लड़की रूठ जाती है, या जब किसी लड़की को इम्प्रेस करना होता है, तो हीरो आता है, डांस करता है, पीछे बैकग्राउंड डांसेस होते हैं, और फिर वो लड़की मान जाती है. तो मुझे हमेशा से लगता था, मुझे इनफैक्ट 9th स्टैंडर्ड 10th स्टैंडर्ड तक ये लगता था. बस मेरे पास बैक डांसर्स नहीं थे. तो मैंने क्या किया कि 10th स्टैंडर्ड का फेयरवेल था मेरे को एक लड़की पसंद थी. तो मैंने सोचा कि यार आज फेयरवेल है, लास्ट डे है फेयरवेल, सब लोग ऑडिटोरियम में थे, सब डांस कर रहे थे. तो मैंने सोचा यार उसके सर्कल में वो डांस कर रहे हैं, हर क्लास का एक सर्कल होता है, अपने में सर्कल में डांस कर रहे थे. और मैंने अपने 4 दोस्तों को बोला, भाई पक्का वड़ा पाव खिलाऊंगा और एक आइसक्रीम खिलाऊंगा, मेरे पीछे बस फॉलो कर लेना, स्टेप मेरे को प्रपोज करना.
मुझे बोल देते यार, मैं आ जाती.
तो मैं बोला कि मुझे प्रपोज करना है इसको, ऑन माई नीज आई गो एंड ऑल. तो बहुत ड्रामेटिक. तो उसके पहले तो उसके सर्कल में घुसे हम लोग, तो सारे ऐसे हो गए, और राइवल सर्कल था हमारा वो, तो सब ऐसे हो गए कि हम लोग चक्रव्यूह के अंदर खड़े हैं. हम अंदर तो आ गए ऐसे, और ये 4 वाले भाई निकलते हैं सब. याद नहीं, बोला तू चुप, गाना फॉलो कर खाली. एंड देन आशिक बनाया, चला. बिकॉज वेट, हमारे हाथ में डीजे कंट्रोल है नहीं, तो पहले कोई और गाना चल रहा था बेकार सा. तो बोला अभी वेट ही करते हैं, थोड़ा सा ऐसा जाइव करो. और सब लोग ऐसे देख रहे हैं, लड़की, हम बोले क्या चल रहा है. एंड देन जैसे ही अरे आशिक बनाया आ गया. एंड जैसे ही आया आशिक बनाया, हमने पूरा एक किया है कोरियो, और फिर एंड में नीचे गया वहाँ से नीज पे मैं, और फिर वो लड़की ऐसी, मतलब वो लिटरली खड़ी थी ऐसे, और शी जस्ट लिटरली वॉकड ऑफ. और सारे जो क्लास वाले हंसने लगे हम पे, और मेरा तो बेइज्जती हुआ ही, मेरे 4 और दोस्तों का भी हुआ. मतलब कि कितना लेके आ गया भाई, क्या
डबल बड़ा पाव खिलाने पड़े होंगे.
हाँ, मुझे बोला भाई क्या. उसके बाद तो फिर वहाँ वो लड़की बोली कि क्या, फिर को बाद में उसने कि शुड नॉट हैव एम्बैरेस्ड मी लाइक दिस इन फ्रंट ऑफ द होल क्लास. आई वाज लाइक ओके. So anyway, so that was the story where ये real life में शायद नहीं होता है.
But Mrunal, for you also ऐसे
Flashback.
awakening हुआ था कि यार ये सिर्फ फिल्म में ही होता है.
यार वो जब सेम लाइक सिमिलर सिचुएशन, दिस बैकग्राउंड डांसर फॉर लाइक गाना शुरू हो जाना, हवा चल रही है सिर्फ मेरे ऊपर. ये सारी चीजें लाइक देखा जो तुझे यार दिल में, गिटार तो बज रही है अंदर, पर जो फिल्मों में होता है वैसे आई विश वी कुड एक्सप्रेस शायद ज़्यादा यू नो. Yeah, but also I think the romance in the movies and Bollywood, I think Shah Rukh Khan sir, because he set this benchmark so high.
Yeah.
If anyone who has to come close to me also cross that circle, जो लक्ष्मण रेखा, he has to be even more than what it is seen in the movie. तो कभी-कभी लगता है कि यार ये सारा रोमांस मैंने फिल्मों में ही एक्सपीरियंस करना है क्या, रियल लाइफ के लिए भी कुछ करना है. बट द स्टैंडर्ड्स दैट सर हैज सेट इज सो हाई कि उसे पार करना मुश्किल ही नहीं, नामुमकिन है.
Of course. And because the film talks about arranged marriage, like because finding love has become so difficult these days, especially for people who are like celebrities, because you don't know if people are being friends or in that sense just not clout chasing with you. It's difficult for, I think, for celebrities to find love all the more. Tell me, घर पे कभी ये होता है कि अब arrange marriage ही कर लो, we'll find a guy?
हाँ, मैंने तो कल ही बोल दिया कि ढूंढ लो. It's like, they're like हाँ, I told my parents, my dad like settle हो जाओ अभी बस. मैंने कहा पापा बोलो आत्या भाई को कॉल करे, कोई है अच्छा लड़का. नहीं है. I said exactly, मैं तो वही कह रही हूँ. But having said that, marriage, love, not just for Roshni but Mrunal, it's such an important thing. Like I want, everything is like this, you know. Could be professional, you feel like you're at the best, but emotionally you don't feel the best. So when the time is right, when you meet the right match, the perfect person who you feel you can rely on, comfortable, and even जो उनकी जो silence हो ना, जो आपको bother ना करे, that time you should just go for it.
Yeah.
मतलब वो चुप ही रहे.
तू चुप रहे.
मैं अब आंसर नहीं करना इसके बाद. मेरा साइलेंस तुझे बॉदर नहीं करेगा.
But सिद्धांत, आपकी मम्मी बोलती है कि बेटा मैं ढूंढ दे रही हूँ.
हाँ, they want grandchildren.
नहीं, वो नहीं बोलती कि मैं ढूंढूंगी, बोलती कि तुम ही ढूंढो. क्योंकि तुम ही ढूंढो, तुम्हें जो सही लगता है. तो पहले थी कि मैं ढूंढती
है.
हाँ लगती है.
नहीं, अब तो वो यही बोलेंगे, फिर थोड़ी देर के बाद तू देखना सारा प्लॉटिंग शुरू हो जाएगा, फिर तुझे भी नहीं पता होगा.
फिर
तो
दिमाग में
थोड़ा लीश होता
pictures आ
है,
जाएंगे.
लीव यू फॉर सम टाइम.
मम्मी की इच्छा होती
बस हो
है.
गया अभी
मम्मी की
बच्चे.
तो होती है. यार उम्र हो रही है तो ऐसा लगता है कोई हो साथ में.
No, actually, it's every parent's dream, you know. I think, you know, and as a kid, when you look at your own parents,
Yeah.
and that's the emotion you carry. You know, you want that emotion.
तुझे नहीं मिला ना कोई,
So I
और
felt
मुझे नहीं मिला ना कोई
that's
5
what
साल
it
के
is.
अंदर,
तो
हम फिर भी ढूंढते रहेंगे.
Yeah.
क्या लगा?
But as per news, Mrunal, you're supposed to get married day after tomorrow.
गाइस आज मेरी हल्दी है और कल संगीत. प्लीज खाना खाने आ जाना.
सब कुछ रेडी है, बस दूल्हा ही नहीं है दोस्तों. जो देख रहा है वो पहुंच जाए जोड़े में. सहरा पहन के देखा जाएगा इस
स्वयंवर.
स्वयंवर.
दूल्हे का चेहरा सुहाना.
But how do you react to all of this?
This like this. I just keep laughing. But यार honestly.
तू सोच ना, 14 को सच्ची पहुंच गया तो सारे दूल्हे के साथ घोड़ा वोड़ा लेके तो नीचे खड़े हैं.
यार 14th Feb को ऑफिशियली अप्रैल्स फूल डे होने वाला है. क्योंकि मुझे भी नहीं पता यार मेरी शादी हो रही है. बट हैविंग सेड दैट, जब मैं करूँगी शादी तो सबसे पहले आई एम सच अ वोकल पर्सन एंड आई लव द फीलिंग ऑफ बीइंग इन लव. सोचो व्हेन आई एम इन लव हाउ एक्सप्रेसिव आई वुड बी. आई थिंक पूरी दुनिया को मैं शान से आई विल फ्लॉन्ट माई पार्टनर. एंड या आई कांट वेट. आना शादी में जरूर.
14 फेब को अप्रैल फूल डे इसलिए भी होने वाला है. उस दिन मत चले जाना देखने भाई, 20 तारीख को आ रही है.
20 तारीख 20 फेब
वैलेंटाइंस का महीना मनाओ, महीना.
But Ravi, for you, I mean, finding these two, how was it? We heard that Mrunal reached out to you at a society walk like that. Just
But you know, I've seen.
and
like,
Siddhant, of course, you
they have
work.
a great body. You've seen their work, right? And as a director, when you're writing, so when you're writing the characters before, then you interact. So you don't talk about films. First time when I met, we were like just chit chatting, like just to understand where you come from. You know, it's like it's so important.
Yeah.
And luckily to me, I've had met Shashank's, like Siddhant's mom and dad during my last film. You know, we had interacted. So I know both of them. I also met her mom and dad, and even that interaction, who they are.
Wow.
Because it's not just about what you play, it's what you imbibe, as a family, and what you carry forward. That is so internal. And I think I knew, looking at both of them, they're perfect choice for me. Because I think what you bring as a character is so much more than what I've written.
Yeah.
Because that's important for me. And knowing both of them really helped me. And I knew instantly, okay, that's my Roshni. Because, because you're looking for all those, things. And the minute you find that, I'm saying, can we meet? And we need to talk. And I knew, as you were telling her what this film is about, she's tearing up.
Oh.
And because you know that it's the right piece, and I know that she would respond like that. Even him, like Sid looks at me saying, I know exactly who this guy is. I knew instantly that, okay, so I'm pitching it to right people, and I know they're not going to leave any stone unturned till they get that character right, and they got it. They bang on.
This also was an arranged marriage setup. You met the parents before casting them.
Oh my god, yeah.
No, it's a subconscious thing, you just, it's so crazy that's how I looked at
It's a very
it.
Hollywood casting, sir. Like,
Yeah.
people, they always meet you for who you are, and then they see whether you'll be able to imbibe that
That's
character
amazing.
or not.
Yes.
So I like his process. I like his the narration also, like how he would narrate right before a scene. He would give his briefing, and then it won't be about Roshni or about Shashank. He would always tap into because we've had conversation. He would just tell you, this ye wo hai,
Right.
ye wo hai. And the beauty is the last shot of every take of every scene where he would say just do one for love, and there would be some magical moments which would just come out which were never planned, and they've made it to the final cut, which I feel very happy. It was never written, it was only we're just feeling it. And I think that liberty when your director gives you to just be free, where I don't even know where the camera was. I was just doing things. I was just taking out clothes and jumping on bed. We played Jhingat song and we were dancing on it, and that shot made it to the song and the trailer,
cool.
which we felt really good about.
But now there is also a divided opinion around when an actor reaches out to a director that cast me or think about me for your next project.
Yeah.
How do you look at it when you are reaching out to someone for work?
Earlier, I was really scared. I used to be like, "Kaise kaam mango yaar kisi se?" But I said it in my previous interview. I'll always remember Aditya Dhar was making some movie 2-3 years ago, and I just reached out to him and I said, "Sir," after Uri had watched, and I was like, "Sir, I would really like to work with you." And similarly, when I met Ravi sir also, I feel like when a filmmaker and when an artist when they meet each other, they will always come up with something really extraordinary, something which is not just out of the box, but something that is authentic. And I think in a world where there are a lot of remakes and things being made, I wanted consciously to be a part of movies which are nuanced.
Yeah.
When I watched Mom and the way he has tapped on all those emotions with Shri ma'am is just out, there were same scene when I'm watching 2-3 times, when I revisit the film again and again, there's something special I find in every watch, which is the beauty.
Right.
And visually also, it is so appealing that every time you will discover that, oh my god, in the background, the colors that he's chosen just reflects the emotion of the person that is going through, which is so beautiful. I mean, even when I was watching Do Deewane Seher Mein, I was like, why does her chashma ka frame becomes chota in the second half of the movie? There are so many colors which have come into her life because she's in love. A girl who did not go beyond grey, black and white is now experimenting with different colors. Like, this is a visual representation, and it only comes from a director who's so experienced, a director who is so good with expressing his thoughts in 60 seconds. इतने कम टाइम में अगर एड फिल्म की दुनिया में when you बहुत सारी चीज़ें एक्सप्रेस करनी होती है, but the way he does it, crystal clear vision is important, and it's an honor to work with a visionary director like him.
Siddhant, are you also comfortable to reach out for work from filmmakers?
Yeah, why not? I mean, that's how I have actually gotten work ever. I don't have a problem in doing that, and why would anybody? I think प्यासा ही कुएं के पास जाता है, कुआं तो आता नहीं प्यासे के पास। और मैं बहुत प्यासा और भूखा हूँ, तो लाइक इवन लाइक मैं भी सर के साथ शूट कर रहा था, आई थिंक युद्रा के टाइम से ही लाइक फिल्म का तो हमारा चलता ही रहता है, बट जब हम खाने वाने बैठते हैं कुछ नया नया कहानी, सर ये वाला कहानी, सर ये वाला कहानी. सो आई एम दैट क्यूरियस एक्साइटेड चाइल्ड हू वांट्स टू यू नो कीप डूइंग एवरीथिंग. So I'm always excited about, you know, and I love reaching out. I've reached out to her after Super 30. I DM'd her, slid into her DMs in a very work
Yeah,
professional
sweet way,
kind of
sweet way.
way, where I told her that I would love to, I want to work with you. And I've done that time and again. Like I've met people who I have genuinely, I think, can bring something with the collaboration which I can
Right.
have with them. But at the same time, I also feel I've hit a little bit of a comfort zone of you know, there are certain kind of tunings which you have with certain filmmakers.
Yeah.
And I'm comfortable. It's like, because see, the thing is, I know one can see, because you know, to get see, character is one thing, but to know me and me knowing and trusting, most of filmmaking is conviction and trust work, right? At this stage of my life, like right now, I have arrived at a place where I know that, you know, these are the people I really want to work again and again, which is Ravi sir, of course, and I want to keep working with him again and again. And there are very few people in that list. I think just a couple of them I really, really want to work again and again with. So I have hit that comfort zone. But at the same time, I'm always exploring. But if given a choice, I would do 100 films with that one director rather than doing, you know, the other way around.
Yeah.
You know, that one film with 100. Like, that's my way of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
filmmaking is not an easy, you know, it's like, it's a tough spot to
Absolutely.
be.
Yeah.
Like there's so many elements at work and nobody cares when they're watching the film. It's just that frame what matters. So as a crew, as a team, and that comfort and that understanding is so important. When you find that tuning, when you find that frequency, and it's a rare, you know, it's so tough to find that, because there's so much at work, you know, there's so many things can go wrong.
Yeah.
And you still make it, so you still figure it out.
Absolutely.
Even in our case, we would do a scene and, you know, like to me, it's not the action, but the life in between.
Yeah.
So we would shoot two of you. Can you just have a good, like there's no choreographer. Let dance as though nobody's watching, and they're like jumping on the bed, hitting each other. Like you're creating that moment for them, and they're playing that part, not going out of that character.
True.
So you have to keep them in that zone. So I think that to create that, you know, it takes a lot. I think all have to come together so that they're comfortable in their skin and just go all out for you.
I think what goes behind the camera just shows. When we saw the trailer, we could just see what it was. Lastly, I want to ask you, of course, we'll come to what we were speaking about in the start, about the kind of friendships you build. Because this industry is such where there's so much of competition around, how do you maintain friendships? Because you've, of course, worked with certain sects of actor. Mrunal has worked with the top actors, especially the male stars. Tell me, is it tough to be friends and be there for each other? Like, how?
Like, if you want to, you can be. Like, it just starts and ends with a word called efforts. Like, I will make sure that whoever I have met in my entire filmography, they all are my good friends, and I will make sure that I'm there with them when they need me the most. It's a conscious effort because I have seen the hard work that they put in, the efforts that they put in, and friendship is also very important, यार, क्योंकि अगर आपके दोस्त आपको hype नहीं करेंगे तो कौन करेगा, you know? No matter what it is, I always, no matter how tired, how sick, how exhausted I am, I still want to be there for them. Just make sure that सुख में शायद कम रहूँ, but दुख में हमेशा I want to be there.
But do you feel that also happens from the other way?
Yeah. It's both ways. You know, it has to be both ways.
Siddhant, for you, like you said, you're not moving on from this. But how is it your equations with your co-stars that you worked with?
It's been good, and I would say, as I said, that's वो कमी मुझ में है कि I don't go beyond a certain point to take efforts after the film is done. And I did initially when I was, you know, doing my initial first few projects, and I was like, wow, these are going to be my friends for life, you know, wow, sit in a Disneyland. And then things don't happen, people move on, you know, from projects, and then they do their own thing. And also the thing which happened with me, that at a very initial stage, I worked with the biggest of these stars, you know. So then I realized, okay, they have their own lives, they are like, they are in some other stage in their lives. So I've actually not worked with more contemporaries. I've worked with more of these senior actors. So then, you know, to expect ki, you know, we'll be buddies and, you know, not really. Like, of course, we meet at parties and we meet at events, certain events, and that's very nice. But like, very few of them have actually crossed that line where they are also my friends. Like, you know, where we are honest with. Like, Mrunal is one. Well, she, you know, Tamanna is one. Adarsh Gaurav is one. Ishan is one. So these are the contemporaries which I am mostly regularly in touch with. Other than that, like sometimes it's also, you know, I also have to give time to my family and my friends. So वो वहाँ फंस जाता हूँ कई बार. And फंस नहीं जाता हूँ, but I like to be there rather than trying to. Ravi sir is, you know, like one person I think we meet on, off, कुछ भी हो जाए, I just keep calling him.
क्या कर रहा है? Coffee पे. Like it's that, like one phone call away. Just you think of somebody. I think that's what life is all about. You just call up and say, how's it going? All okay? Let's meet up and have a coffee.
So I mean, I'm very selective in that sense, and that's not something which I'm saying out of pride. I think that I should have maybe taken more efforts, I feel. But I was, I think...
No, but that's how you are, no?
Yeah, I guess.
And also the
I wanted to just come back home and give all the happiness to my family and my friends rather than actually, you know.
See, it's the nature of our job that also takes so much from us. It is really difficult. I would rather have friends with me who I would call, in the industry especially, would call once in 2 months also. But I will make sure that on Sundays, I will call them and check on them. Like for example, Ishan's film did so well, Homebound, and I can't tell you, it was such a personal victory for me. Or be it Shahid's film, which is O Romeo coming up this time. I mean, Paan Ki Dukaan is like, mashallah, so cool. So it's just that the efforts doesn't matter how regularly you meet, but what matters is how often you are there for each other when they need you.